Hey everybody, did you know you can go to colinmullen.com in order to get art and art prints? It's why I've set up the website and where you can get it. Christmas is coming, shipping is going to be weird this year. Get your stuff today, get your stuff so that way you can get it by Christmas or whatever. colinmullen.com. So hey everybody, real quick before we get into today's discussion, I want to talk about this art. This is the art for Chapter 7 of The March of the Mice. It's my ongoing Twitch Plays, Choose Your Own Adventure sort of story, where I narrate the things that are going on and then chat decides what they want to do based on that narration. In Chapter 6, I tried doing some toned areas rather than just doing like pencil on paper style drawings because I figured that would be, acceptable for the storybook look. And honestly, it looked good, but it could have been pushed further. And Chapter 7 is what happens if I push that idea a little bit further. It looks great. There's a lot of high contrast areas where it's really, really dark because it's in a dark building. And there's light streaming in, so there's these little pools of light, and it just looks beautiful. I really like how this series turned out. This Chapter 7 turned out. Anyway, that's enough about that. Let's get into today's subject matter because that's probably why you're here. So I've talked about NFTs before. I'm going to link off to that video now up in the top right. Ping, there it is. So you can go watch that. I'm not going to get into a lot of the nitty gritty of NFT stuff because I've already done that. I feel like it's been discussed to death. If you want to know more, that's an option for you to look at, and I feel like you should probably look at that in order to have an idea of what I'm talking about, because at its surface, NFTs appear to be very complex, but it is, you own a link theoretically to an image, and that is what you're paying a good deal of money for. You're paying for it in cryptocurrency, which is a completely different thing that's confusing. You own a link. You do not own the contents of the link because the link can change. For instance, I could make an NFT of this video you're watching right now and then take down the video, or someone could copyright strike it. You still own that link. It's just inherent value would go down because of that. So that's how NFTs work. It's a bizarre system, and it's seeing a lot of popularity, and I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. It's just something that makes a lot of sense as far as the art community goes, that people are going to gravitate towards it because it is a way to commodify art. I feel like those are all valid criticisms of NFTs, but I wanted to critique a different aspect of it, and I wanted to make sure that I was on point on it. So I went ahead and went to Reddit, and I asked people on Reddit, hey, what is your favorite NFT collection and why? And I asked this on our NFT exchange and our NFT because I just wanted to get, answers to that. I want to know what people enjoy, because I feel like there's a theme amongst the most popular NFTs, the ones that everyone talks about, the ones that everyone that get the most traction. Because whilst there are incredibly talented artists making the rounds doing the NFT thing, because people got to make money, I'm not going to slight them for that. The stuff that seems to be going to the top of the charts is not that. It is a very specific style of art that seems to be consistently the most popular ones. And it's the ones that have the most repeating factors of them. It's not the ones that it's a whole new drawing from the get-go. These ones do not make as much money despite being inherently more unique than a drawing that has maybe a couple layer shifts between them. Things like the CryptoPunks, Lazy Lions, those kind of things. The ones that you always see are these ones that you could probably put a few Lazy Lions next to each other and go, okay, well, that's the same like mouth on that one and that one, and so on and so forth. These are more popular because they have more to the collection. You don't have to buy the one that, is just that one drawing. You can go and find another one, and therefore the whole collection gains value because that one is being bought and sold and it's going up and down in value, and that means all the other ones. And the fact that these are the most popular says something about what the purpose of NFTs are. The purpose of an NFT, and this is not groundbreaking and it's not really, I think, controversial, is that the purpose of NFTs is to make money. It is not to find good artists. The question I asked on Reddit was, what is your favorite NFT collection and why? I was given one response within like the hour that I waited, and I'm gonna continue waiting to see if there's any other posts. But so far there's been one bot automated thing that just said, hey, you posted on this and you can join our Discord, and then another one from someone saying that they really liked the Bear series by Original Plan, Bear spelled with an @ sign, and they said they have more tangible quality versus the repetitive punks, which is the sort of thing that I'm talking about here. I looked into the series just to see what they were talking about, and it sort of looks like a gummy bear, but instead of it being gummy textured, it's, you know, a 3D model that they've changed the texture, but it's still a bust. It's just the face and a little bit of the chest, similar to all of the other really popular ones that are happening. So it's a art that has a repeating element. I feel like you could probably very successfully do maybe a dice where it's like 1 dot, 2 dots, 3 dots, 4 dots, 5 dots, 6 dots, and then in different colors, and that would be a very successful one, despite the fact that it is, you know, kind of boring to look at. The point is that there's variation, and the variation is what it gives it its value. The fact that it is a commodity, it is a thing that's to be bought and sold. The quality of the art is not something that is being talked about. If you look up NFTs, you don't see anyone talking about their favorite series because of how it looks necessarily, outside of maybe this one guy on Reddit that I was able to find. Any search of NFTs talks about how to make an NFT, how to make money off NFTs, how to do all of these things with NFTs. It shouldn't really be surprising, and it's not really controversial, and I guess I should expect it when it comes down to the fact that a NFT is just there to make money, but it goes against the grain of what I do art to do. I like making money off my art. Don't get me wrong. I like being able to do what I enjoy doing as a thing. I would much rather be doing art than working customer service, for example. I think most people would. But I like being able to make the stuff that I like to make, and the style of art that I make is inherently in contrast with the way that NFTs are made. I like for people to be able to get as many of my art as possible. Not because I want to make a bunch of money, but because I want there to be as many of it out in the world as possible. I want people to talk about it and see it. I want people to experience it and feel the things that I'm feeling and have the experiences that I'm having. I would rather sell 1,000, prints of one thing that I do for $1 than make $1 million off of one print, but only one person gets to see it. I mean, that's bad economics for sure. That's not how you make money. But, there are times where even selling prints feels weird to me. I've heard about artists, and I used to be the kind of artist who would just put their art out on the street and just have people experience it by, seeing it just on a thing, and it's for everyone because everyone can interact with it, everyone can see it, it's not being held back in any sort of way. The NFT thing feels like it's the logical conclusion of what Andy Warhol was doing. When he was doing his work, it is said about him that he was either defining or defined by the commodification of everything in America at the time. I would say he was defined by it more than he defined it. He wasn't really doing a critique because he said things like, the rich buy the same stuff as the poor, and that is something that is, inherent to the American experience. And he said that in a complimentary way, as far as I can read it. So the repetition that he does, the fact that there are these billions and billions of the same thing, there's no change, but each one is considered its own object. It seems like the purpose is the money and not what the thing is supposed to represent. It's commodification as an art form, and I feel like this is sort of the next step where it's like the art form is taking a backseat even more so because it's just about the commodity and it's not about the art. It's not about the quality of the art. It's about the fact that you could buy and sell it. And it's a dirty secret. It's a dirty reality of the art world that is the end goal for a lot of art collectors, but it is what it is. So this is a sort of part 2 of my NFT thing that I've been talking about. And I figure I should bring it up because it's going to be popular for a while. And You know, maybe there's some day where, you know, the system works out where it makes a bit more sense and I can do it and not feel like a total garbage human being for doing it. But as it stands right now, that is not the case. I feel like it works completely against the way that I believe that art should work for myself. Other people, you do you, I guess, but I don't like it. Anyway. Let me thank the people on patreon.com/RevScarecrow. If you want to join them, you can go there. If you donate $5 or more, you get a shout out here at the end, as well as access to the Discord. If you're interested, go down to the link in the description or just go to patreon.com/RevScarecrow, and I'll see you there. But let me thank those people, starting with Wapfu. Thank you, Wapfu. Thank you, Top Houndor. Thank you, That Two Guy. Thank you, Terry Maverick. Thank you, Targo. Thank you, Snout Punk. Thank you, Orthogonal Caster. Thank you, Mortis Natus. Thank you, Micah. Thank you, Maliciousness. Thank you, Kayla Hollinger. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Gwyn Uric. Thank you, Gala. Thank you, Dragon. Thank you, Demetrius Gazgales. Thank you, Chiptune Glitch. Thank you, Bubba Fair. Thank you, Bep. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Ants! I don't know. What do you guys think? Is there an NFT that you've seen that you enjoyed the aesthetic of? Let's not talk about the money about it, but let's just talk about like the look of it. You're like, man, I really wish I could own that so I could look at it and be happy about its existence and it the way it affects me, or whatever your enjoyment of art entails. Let me know down in the comments. I don't think that that's the purpose of NFTs to any degree. But anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.